you do in your mock draft, because, again, you do not have any trades. You have Jalen Carter going to the Bears. And so is that a system fit for you, or is Jalen Carter number one atop your draft board, Daniel?
He's number one atop my draft board. I don't think it's one of those deals where there's a wrong answer between him and Will Anderson.
Right.
I just think in the way the game's played right now, as fast as the ball comes out, Rich, that an interior disruptor, he can ruin your whole game plan. And again, I'll bring it back to your Jets, because the player he reminds me a lot of is Quinnen Williams. And you've seen Quinnen Williams as he's continued to develop. He can wreak havoc in there. And I think this is that type of player. I think he's even more athletic than Quinnen in terms of some of the change of direction stuff that he has. So I think those guys are harder to find. It's just they don't exist. So find an interior player like that. That's the value for me.
All right, pound the table for Anderson then. What do you got for me there?
Yeah, I mean he's got so much torque and so much power coming off the edge. He's done it at a high level for a couple years now at his career at Alabama. He's not a Von Miller type loose, bendy, top of the rush edge guy, but he can go right through your pads. He's strong, he's powerful, and he's got a really good feel. And he's done it at a high level against the best competition. So he's an easy one to like.
Well, I mean, he's been top people's ideas and draft boards for a while. So then why would you put Tyree Wilson number 3 to Arizona for Jonathan Gannon's first draft choice in Arizona? Why do you got him there?
I personally on my list, how I stack him in grade-wise, I have Anderson, but there are teams that really like Tyree Wilson, and I did the same thing last year, if you remember, before the Combine with Trayvon Walker. I put him way up there, not all the way up to the number 1 pick, but I kind of wanted to just let's do the public service here and say you better know this guy and be comfortable with him, because he is tall, he is long, he's really explosive. He's more scheme versatile than Will Anderson because of his size, and teams really like this guy. So it was kind of like an alarm clock, a wake-up call to everybody. Just know who this dude is.
I prefer PSA. I like that. So last year's PSA just wound up being the first overall pick, Daniel. So how deep is the edge rusher?
The more you know.
Yeah, well, how deep is the edge rusher? Is it the deepest part of the defensive side of the ball going into the Combine in the draft, Daniel?
Yeah, it's really deep, Rich. I think I have 10 in my top 50. So,
jeez, wow.
There are a lot of them. It's a good group. So you're going to see them, and there'll be a run on them early. You're going to see a bunch of these guys go flying off the board. I think you'll see some of these guys, even that I think grade out is maybe in the 20s. I think you'll even see, because it's such a premium, that those guys will get pushed up even more.
And
so
they're first up.
We're going to see a ton of them.
Right, and they're first up for us. I mean, the Combine's kind of always switching things around. That's the Thursday night group. That's the first ones up, or the defensive linemen on Thursday night. The defense goes first, and then rests, and then the offense takes over. So what do you think? I mean, every year you and I sit there and go, "Oh my God, I can't believe somebody that large is running that fast," And so what do you think this year? We're going to see.
Yeah, we're going to
Thursday.
see it. You're going to see a defensive tackle from Northwestern. Last name Adebaware is he's gonna run an unbelievable time and jump out of the gym. You're going to see Keon White from Georgia Tech at over 280 pounds. He might run in the 4.6s. You're going to see. I think Anderson's going to run. I believe. I think he'll probably run in the 4.6s coming off the edge, which is a good time, a good number for him. But yeah, you're going to see some impressive stuff with this edge group. Will McDonald from Iowa State's going to jump probably 40 inches and broad jump close to 11 feet. Like it's a talented group. It's not just the production that they have and their skill, but it's a really, really athletic group. And Rich, free of charge.
Yes, sir.
You can go with, it's opening night, and we're looking for defensive linemen that can close. There you go. It's free.
Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Jeremiah. There may be an I in Daniel and Jeremiah, but you're a team player, sir. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.